Welcome, grade 10 learners. Today we are diving into the exciting world of trigonometric functions, where math meets angles, triangles, and real-life applications. From understanding sine, cosine, and tangent to solving everyday problems, will make trigonometry simple and fun. This lesson is proudly brought to you by Njomane Aluminum Solution. Elevate your spaces with their premium aluminum solution. They build strong structures like we do in mathematics. Today we are going to look at trigonometric functions from the right angle triangle view, and we are going to understand how to apply our trigonometric ratios sine, cosine, and the tangent. In this lesson we will use the very famous mnemonic of SOHCAHTOA, which has been used in trigonometry for many years. Let us look at SOH or SOH. That is sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. But we need to always remember to give an angle of reference. And in relation to this right angle triangle, we will say the sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. The opposite of the angle theta is x and the hypotenuse is h. H is the longest side in a right angle triangle. Car. This is not a vehicle, but CAH. This is cos equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is the closest side to the angle of reference, but not the hypotenuse. In this particular case, cos equals adjacent y over hypotenuse x. TOA. This should not be confused for the word tour, but TOA. This means that tan of an angle equals opposite over the adjacent of that particular angle. And in this particular case, it means tan of the angle theta equals opposite x over adjacent y. What you see on your screen now are the special angles. If we substitute theta by the angles on top, say sine 0, the answer is 0. Sine 30 equals half. Sine 45 equals root 2 over 2. Sine 60 equals root 3 over 2, and sine 90 equals 1. They are special and do not change. You can try them with your calculator now. Maybe we'll get to prove where they are coming from later in another video. These are called fundamental identities. In trigonometry, fundamental identities are the equations that are always true for all values of the angle, where the functions are defined. They are the building blocks of trigonometry. Just like the Pythagoras theorem, which is the foundation of the right triangles, these identities form the foundation of simplifying, proving, and solving trigonometric problems. Many other identities and formulas in trigonometry are derived from these formulas. These are reduction formulas. They help us to simplify trigonometric functions of any angle into an equivalent trigonometric function of an acute reference angle, that is between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. They answer two key questions. Number one, which trigonometric function stays in which quadrant, be it sine, cos, or tan? Number two, what is the sign of that answer, whether it's positive or negative? And this depends on the quadrant using the cast rule. If you do not know the cast rule, here is the cast rule. Cos is positive in quadrant number 4, and all identities are positive in quadrant number 1. Sine is positive in quadrant number 2, and tan is positive in quadrant number 3. That is cast. These formulas allow us to reduce any angle like 120, 225 degrees, 330 degrees. You can reduce them to a first quadrant reference angle so you can evaluate trigonometric ratios easily. Let's say, for example, we have sine of 120 degrees. We can reduce it using sine of 180 minus theta. So that will be sine of 180 minus 60 to give us that sine 120. We will be left with sine 1, we will be left with sine 60. And if you can remember very well, I gave you the special angles previously. Sine 60 equals square root of 3 divided by 2. Co-function identities are relationships between pairs of trigonometric functions whose angles add up to 90 degrees. These are acute angles. They come from right angles. If one acute angle is theta, then the other is 90 minus theta. 90 degrees minus theta. Let us not forget to say degrees because it is. They help us in simplifying trigonometric expressions. They help us in providing identities. They help transform one function into another when simplifying or proving the trigonometric equations. They help in solving right triangles. Sometimes you only know one acute angle. Co-function identities let you find the other ratios easily. They help in checking relationships. They show how sine and cosine are related, how tan and cot are related, how sec and cosec are partners, and things like that. A reciprocal of a number is 1 divided by that number. In trigonometry, we take the reciprocal of the main ratios sine, cos, and tan to form 3 new functions. A reciprocal of sine equals cosec. A reciprocal of cos equals secant. A reciprocal of tan equals cot, or cos over sine. Here are the workings. This is how we got to these reciprocals. I've worked step by step trying to show you how we have come to this final reciprocal. Reciprocals expand the trigonometric family, so we have 6 functions instead of just 3. They appear in identities, equations, and simplifications. They connect to the fundamental identities that we have just spoken about. Now let us look at the Cartesian plane drawn here. We have a line drawn from origin to P, where the coordinates of point P are -4 and -3. That means the x value is -4 and the y value is -3. For us to work on this problem easily, we can just extract the right angle triangle like this. Now, we can easily analyze this triangle to see what information we have been given and what is still missing, and then in that way we can answer the questions so easily. Look at these questions and see if you can be able to answer them in relation to today's lesson. And that's it for today's lesson on trigonometric functions. We explored how sine, cosine, and tangent connect triangles and angles, and how these skills will power up your problem solving in math and beyond. A big thank you to Njomane Aluminium Solutions for making this video possible. Keep practicing, keep asking questions, and remember, math is not just about numbers, it's about understanding the world around you. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and follow us on TikTok at Get Smart with Stanford. For any questions and one-on-one bookings, contact us by email or send a WhatsApp text to the details on the screen. See you in the next lesson.